One of the big purposes of the Brattleboro Historical Society is to preserve and promote our local history. Brattleboro Historical Society is a completely volunteer organization. It's people who are interested in keeping the past a story that we know about. Preserving or just having an understanding of local history is really important for many people in the sense that people want to have a sense of place. They want to know where they're from. They want to know the stories behind not just the buildings, but the people who occupied the buildings and what was here even before the buildings were here.
I'm the only one still living who was here in 1982 when we organized the Brattleboro Historical Society. Brattleboro had not previously had a historical society prior to 1982, and I like to point to the publication of the Before Our Time book. And I think that book provided an impetus that helped suggest to us that we really should have a society for Brattleboro. The big collection that we started off with was the photo collection that had been put together by the people who did the Before Our Time book. And this became the nucleus for the collection that we still have here.
We have this research room, and in the research room we have photo collections, and we have research files, and we have artifacts that are stored here that go back to the early 1800s and before even. So people can come here and access information. You're asking us about our future, and our future's sort of up in the air. We've been notified by the town government that they're going to need this space that we've been occupying since the 80s, and we're going to have to move. And so the artifacts and the research materials and everything that we have here, we're going to have to figure out some other place to house it and what we're going to do as an organization as well. So we have a year or so to try to figure that out. What would it be best to look like? Where would it be best to try to settle? Financially, how can we pull it off? Those sorts of things are all questions that we're just starting to approach, and there isn't an easy path. There isn't anything coming up saying we've got an answer for you right off, so it's going to be hard work. This is a organization that is private, but what we're trying to do is trying to represent the community and be a champion for the community's past. And so we're going to look to the community to help us in this process.
The mission is still the same, right? Collecting and preserving historical artifacts, documents, photographs, and data from the earliest days to the present.
We all have this drive, this desire to have a connection to where we're from, and the Historical Society is a way to preserve that and to find those stories and preserve those stories. That's what all these research files are, and all these photos are ways to try to chase those stories.